Now, let me welcome to the stage the 2011 Top American Leaders. I'd like to welcome the publisher of the Washington Post, Catherine Weymouth, and David Gergen, the director of the Center for Public Leadership at the Harvard Kennedy School.
Good morning, everyone. I think if there's a theme that we're hearing, it's that successful leaders are people who start out wanting to change the world, whether it's through technology or policy or technology or anything. Ahmed Zewail is another example of that. Ahmed Zewail is a Nobel Prize winner and professor of chemistry and physics at the California Institute of Technology. He is as renowned for his efforts in promoting knowledge-based development and global peace as he is for his academic leadership. For decades, Zouail has worked to further education and economic development in his native country, Egypt, and throughout the Arab world. And this year, he is engaged in the transition to democracy ushered in by the recent revolutions that have become known as the Arab Spring and that Nick just referred to. His ties to both Egypt and the United States, to science and democracy, fused most powerfully when in late 2009, President Barack Obama named Zouail the first United States science envoy to the Middle East. Zouail has garnered honors from around the globe, including 40 honorary degrees, and has won more than 100 international awards. Congratulations, Dr. Zouail.
Thank you very much. When one receives an award in his or her own field of endeavor, one feels good about the recognition of peers. But when one receives an award that transcends professional boundaries, to acknowledge services to humanity, it becomes exceptionally rewarding. I am profoundly honored to accept the Top American Leader Award from two of America's most distinguished institutions in journalism and academia, the Washington Post and Harvard Kennedy School of Government. Early in my academic career, I received a professorial offer from Harvard. However, as I began to write on public affairs, I soon realized that it was easier to receive an academic offer from Harvard than to get an op-ed into the Washington Post. I do hope that this award will change its practice. Ladies and gentlemen, leadership is the offspring of vision. Of paramount importance to effective leadership is the ability to inspire others with one's vision, to dream of a better future. As a boy growing up near Alexandria and Rosetta, my parents were thoughtful enough to endow me with some good genes. And with them I dreamt of acquiring knowledge and of one day becoming a university professor. I did. Coming to America, the land of opportunity, and without being able to speak English, mixing desert with dessert, I learned of making contributions to science. With my group at Caltech, a great institution to dream in, I did. One is fortunate to reach the goal of a dream, but we cannot limit our dreams to our personal gains. To go beyond I have followed three basic values. Not to forget about my own Egyptian roots. Second, to serve the two countries of my life, Egypt and America. And third, to be a citizen of the world, a world that needs the help from its leaders, knowing that more than 80% of its population is in the have-nots, developing or underdeveloped. In retrospect, however, my biggest and most complex dream turned out to be the one concerning the transformation of Egypt to regain its past glory and participate effectively in the modern world. The vision was simple but clear. Only through renaissance in governance and education would my native country become a knowledge-based society, as it was thousands of years ago, from Giza to Luxor to Alexandria. This vision was impossible to realize under the Mubarak regime. With this year's January revolution, the people of Egypt are dreaming of a new future. Despite the rocky roads ahead, I remain optimistic. A few days ago, more than 60% of eligible voters went to the polls in the first democratic parliamentary election, a historic milestone in more than 50 years of modern history. The revolution, besides its success in ousting a 30-year-old ruling, is also enabling the vision I dreamed for over 12 years. The transformation of Egypt's education system to shape a knowledge-based society is now beginning to materialize. The government has just inaugurated the Zowel City of Science and Technology, which we hope will become Caltech of the Middle East. These leaps forward would not have been possible without the sacrifice of thousands of lives in the January Revolution. To them, I dedicate this award for their leadership in the pursuit of liberty and for the hope they have planted for the future. Thank you very much.